Peace and greetings, beautiful people. What's good? It's your girl Naya here, and I'm back. Um, I'm back. I've been here. Things have been extremely busy for me for the past few months, so this is going to be a September/October favorites video, I suppose. Oh, that's a lot to cover. All right, first things first. The Fortune's Wheelhouse Academy meetup in September was fantastic. It was so great. I felt so re-energized when I came back from that meetup. I got to meet T. Susan Chang, the author of Tarot Correspondences book. So that is this guy right here. This is really great for anybody who likes compiled information and cross-referencing, like, I don't know, the astrology on a card, hermetic titles for a card, how they can be cross-referenced with each other, the majors to the minors to the tree of life. Like, this book is great, you guys. So she handed a couple of these out at the tarot meet, so we got to see it firsthand. I got it signed and everything, so I was so excited about that. I got to meet the beautiful yet mysterious M.M. Moline, the creator of the Tabula Mundi. Super sweet. Both of those ladies are super smart. I got to meet Maria from Sacred Heart Tarot in person. Oh, God. Just the lot of people that were there. It was amazing. Everybody's so smart, so sweet, so kind. I got to meet Long Milo Duquette, as you guys have seen from some of my previous uploads. And he basically serenaded us all. So that was a great experience. And he's super smart, super down to earth. I was completely thrilled with the whole experience. So yeah, wow. Oh, I don't even know even how to start from there. It was, I don't want to say it was overwhelming, because it wasn't really overwhelming, but it was just, there was so much like love in the air, and just being able to chat tarot all weekend was amazing. I did get quite a few gifts, and I have no shortage of videos to record at this point, and I've just been really busy. There's been a lot of personal things going on that have had to take the forefront, so I apologize for slacking on the channel. So I appreciate you if you are still here with me. So first of all, let's talk about this little guy right here. His name, I named him, his name is Koopa. Okay. Maria made him for me, and he is imbued with a serpentine in his shell. So this is my little reading companion. He stays on my reading desk now. And I love turtles, and he's so cute, and that happy face. Oh, I couldn't even. I was, the whole weekend I was there, I was just like, I kept him like on my shoulder. It was so funny, but he's so cute. I love him so much. So I got him, and then I got this really cute card holder. It's a little owl. It was made by a friend of mine. I don't know if everybody wants their names put out there, so but I love owls as well. So this is really cute, and then I can just put a card in it like that, and it'll stand straight. So that has a little spot on my table as well. Okay. Oh boy, what else happened? It's like a blur now that I'm trying to recall everything. Oh, I got The Sword and the Serpent, Kabbalah. This was kindly gifted to me by Mrs. Maria, and it's good. I started reading it, and look, let me tell you guys something. I had started so many books, and trying to keep my books organized was kind of a pain in the butt for me. So I did finally break down and create a Goodreads account, and I realized that because I have ebooks as well as physical books, I couldn't recall, where I was. So I just felt really scattered. So I created a Goodreads account so that I can follow through with all the books. Even though I've read a lot of books, I just wanted somewhere to kind of like keep track of what I've read, what I want to read, and things like that. So Naya Thryce, if you guys are on there and you want to friend me, see what I'm reading. It's a lot of tarot, astrology, occulty type stuff. But if you're about that life, friend me and I'll friend you back. Okay. So that's that. All right. So the other gift that I got from Maria is the Pierre Madone 1709, which is a Marseille based deck. I haven't even used it yet because like I said, I've been so busy. And of course, October, we got the Halloweeny thing going on. But this is like, for anybody who knows Marseille, this is like the pleasant faced Marseille deck. So all the people here have pretty like relaxed and easygoing faces compared to other Tarot de Marseille decks. And a lot of other ones, they look like frustrated or flustered or annoyed, things like that. But this one is just more like feel good, like everybody's just super zen in this one. So so this has been added to my tarot collection. This one is not going anywhere. I love it so much. It's great. And this one is and this is the Yves Renaud version of the Pierre Matinee. So good quality. The box is nice. So I need to get a case for this one and add it to my little Tarot de Marseille collection. All right. What else did I get? A couple of pre-orders that I got came in. Oh my God. There's so much stuff, you guys. Okay, let me just try to name a couple of things. I gifted a couple of books. I got gifted the Tarot of Transformation. Not to be confused with the Transformational Tarot. Okay. That one is really cool. I don't know if it's one I would read for you. I'll do a separate video on it because I want to spend time with all these decks and go through them. So it'll give me content for the channel and kind of quality time to sift through the decks and see how I feel about them. But I found it to be, it had like this oracle type feel to it, even though it is tarot. And I don't know if it's just like the positive messages with the book that it comes with, but it was kind of cool. I was like, all right, I'll give it a chance when I get it. And I have it somewhere over there. My whole little Essential 22 kit is coming together. I do have a little box on the side. There's just a couple of spots left, and those spots I'm trying to be very discerning about, so I'm still trying to figure that out. So I'm hoping by the new year I'll have my Essential 22 together. So we'll see how that goes. And I have like a small chest that I'm trying to fit that in, but I do recognize that even though I'll have these 22, I'll probably end up having about 40 decks altogether that I think I would want to keep as a core part of the collection to expand it a little more. Everything else seems like I put stuff in boxes and I haven't even thought about these decks. So, you know what I mean? Anyways, pre-orders that came in. I'm rambling. I got a lot to talk about. The Moonchild Tarot. This lovely beast came to me in September. And I want to say right off the beginning, I really like the feel of this deck. I think the composition and the colors of some of the cards have more of a dynamic feel to them compared to the Star Child. Because the Star Child kind of has one color palette across all of the cards. This one has a little bit of differentiating colors. Like there's some darker cards. It feels more earthy, I guess you can say, as opposed to the Star Child, which feels much more spacey. And there's nothing wrong with that. I love that deck too, but I like the aesthetic that this one has. So I'll do a separate video on this one as well. I'm sure I'm not the first one to do it, but you know, you might want my take on it, so I will do it. So excited about this one. I cannot even. Okay, I'm trying to think about September. I'm trying to think where everything was in September. All right. My favorite thing about September was that trip. That trip was everything. It just like reinvigorated me in the best way. And it was like coming back to reality was definitely hard. And then there was some personal news that came from there that really hit me back to reality on the hard side of things. So I'm not gonna dwell too much about that because that's not tarot related. But let's see. I'm way behind on watching some of you guys' content. I do plan on catching up. I also did get the New Era Elements Tarot, which I'm. This one has really piqued my interest. I haven't read with it yet. I just kind of flicked through it, but I will be doing a video on it because I want to sit with it. I think some of the images in this deck are very, can be very jarring or very triggering. And so it would take us, I don't know, I feel as a person who reads for other people that it would take a special kind of client to want to work through some of this stuff that could be potentially triggering. So this one has intrigued me on a sense of the way that some of the images are portrayed, I guess you can say. But it's I don't know, I off first glance I think it could be a potential contender with a lot of it might be really underrated. I'm not sure. I would have to give it a try, a solid try, you know. Let's see. I think, you know, in September, I think I was using Tabula Mundi, which you guys probably know by now. I use that one all the time. Pam's Vintage Tarot. I was using that one. And I think I really just brought those two. Oh, how could I even forget? I got the, okay, so when I was at the meet, Susan had a pre-production copy of the Orisha Tarot. And when she had started using it in the group for her dailies, I was like, what deck is that? Because she's like, the Orisha Tarot. And I'm like, what do you mean? Because I'm always like looking out for that, right? Looking for an Orisha Tarot. And a lot of them that are out there that have previously been out there don't really hit the mark for me. So, you know, so I got to see it in person and touch it and all of that stuff. And it's done by Llewellyn. It's done by somebody who's initiated into the religion. And as I was flicking through that, you know, Susan's version, excuse me, a lot of the stories that I grew up with, like I remembered some of them just by seeing some of the images in the Orisha Tarot. So as soon as I got back, I ordered a copy because it meets the mark for me. So a lot of these images are based on stories. It's not a 1-to-1 ratio of like for example, a lot of decks would do something like Shango being the emperor because his story has a lot to do with that. And trying to find that 1-to-1 correlation between the culture and tarot. And there's cases that could be made for everybody or all the Orishas for different cards. So the way that the creator of this deck did it makes the most sense. And I think he did a great job, finding that sweet spot where the stories meet the expression of the tarot cards. So I was really excited to get this one. So September, October, beginning of October, the Orisha Tarot is one that I found to be very, very beautifully done. And it may look simple, like the illustrations may look simple, but the stories are deep, and the stories run deep, you know. And so for me personally, just with my kind of like my background and how I was brought up, what I remember, what I recall, what feels like home to me, like this deck was like really nice. I'm so glad that this was produced. And I really hope that it kind of gets the adoration that it deserves. I think it's important for it. And there's a nice book that goes with it. So, like, basically, you don't have to know the Orisha stories for you to work with this deck. Although, I think if you do know the stories, it would maybe have a more intuitive, a different way of the intuition hitting you, if that makes any sense. And I did get a case from the Tarotista shop on Etsy for it. So this is my Orisha case, which is part of my Ascension 22 kit, just so y'all know. That's how much I like it. It made it in there, even though it's like more of a recent purchase. So what else? My other pre-order that came in, the Antique Anatomy Tarot, Ephemera Edition. Love it. This beauty right here. I can't even. This one, I think, you know, I never got the original Antique Anatomy Tarot for whatever reason. I think I missed it. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's still out there. But when I saw this one, I was like, this is the one that I need in my life. And it's pippish, right? When it comes to the minors and the whole aesthetic, it's its own thing. I like it because it allows me to use my intuition in a different kind of way. And of course, it pairs beautifully with the Oracle of Oddities. So I'm like, yeah, I could make this, I could probably make this a staple. You know, it doesn't come with a guidebook. Again, I'll do a separate video on this. But yeah, so I've used this guy. I have it in a case. But I do adore this one so much. See, I knew there was decks, you know, there's so many of them. Oh my God, I'm rambling. I'm a rambling tarot fool right now. So I didn't expect all those pre-orders to come in. It totally, like, I wasn't even focused on that. So when I got back and I got them, I was just like, wow. What do I do? So yada yada, life got in the way. And then for October, I tried to use some of my darker decks, I guess, for the month of October for my dailies and stuff like that. I used the Vertigo Tarot. I used the Deviant Moon. I used, what else did I use? I use Pam's Vintage a lot. I don't know. I really like Pam's Vintage. Let me see. And you know what? Let me explain something too. I don't feel personally the way that I see the Vertigo Tarot. I don't really think it's dark. It's just it has its own kind of aesthetic that is darker in color, but I don't find it macabre, if you know what I mean. But yeah, Vertigo Tarot is good. I think I used Darkness of Light. I'm pretty sure I used Darkness of Light. I may not have. And Bohemian Gothic Tarot. I've been using that one as well. So that was October for the most part. And this is what I mean when I say I've been busy. I've been all over the place. So in the Columbus tarot meetup that we do monthly, I also received some gifts. Two decks that have been on my wish list for a really long time. I was like damn near in tears when they came into my possession. So the first one is the Tarot of Ceremonial Magic by Lamila Duquette. So this is my friend Darren. If y'all don't know who Darren is, he gave me this copy of Tarot of Ceremonial Magic, and oh my God, it's so good. I'm currently using it as an esoteric calendar, and I will explain that in another video. Guys, I have a lot of videos to catch up on. So if I sound like rambly today, it's because I'm trying to recall everything that I need to get done from here until like the next few, I don't know, the upcoming weeks. We'll just say it that way. And then, and then for me, one of my like holy grail ones is the Masonic Tarot deck. This deck is beautiful. Like, I can't even believe he gifted this to me. I'm just like, I'm done. It's just so, you see that like gilding. You know how the Star Child has that that gilding on it. It's not like super starky gold, but it's like, that's what these kind of like the parts where you can see the reflection on. This whole deck has that going on with it. Oh my god, it's so good. It reads really well too. Anyways, Holy Grail deck. It's been on my wish list since like forever. And I finally have my little grubby hands on a copy. So thank you so much. I feel so extremely blessed over these past 2 months, even though I've been busy, that this community is so open and so kind and so giving. It's something that I'm not really accustomed to, but I'm basking in it, and I'm enjoying it, and I don't take it for granted at all, not one bit. And I appreciate all of you guys' friendship, all the time that you spend creating content, teaching other people, sharing with each other, supporting one another. Like, kudos to you guys. I don't know, cool points, kudos, what do you guys say now? It's just it's a beautiful thing, and I don't think it should be overlooked. There's many other kind of communities that don't have as much support within themselves than the dang tarot community. Like, holy crap, I'm like, I'm blown away. I don't even know. So what else? Oh yes, and in September I did become, or I was offered the opportunity to become a moderator in Tarot Nerds Facebook group. So Maria is also a moderator as well now. And so, yeah, you guys keep me pretty busy. But it's a great group. And again, even within that group, everybody's so giving and helpful for the most part. And I just feel, like I said, I just feel really blessed. I don't even know like how to explain it besides that. I'm honored, I'm grateful, I'm happy that you guys have accepted me into your tribe, because I always felt like I was that awkward kid, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't quite fit, but it's a niche it's a niche thing, and it's a niche that I enjoy. So yeah, I think I touched on all the decks I've received between September and October, which is really funny because I've been trying to get rid of decks, but some of these have like been grail decks for me, and I'm still waiting on like two pre-orders, three pre-orders, two. The and I don't know if they're shipping this month or next month, but I think I should have them by January, which we all know that the Kickstarter for the Light Seer Tarot is one of them, and the second edition of Dust to Onyx, because I missed the first edition by minutes. You don't even understand, like, by minutes. I'm so disappointed at myself that I missed it, but I definitely did. I'm waiting on that. I'm really waiting on that one. That's gonna be amazing, I'm sure. So yeah. All right. I feel and let's not talk about this lawn palooza that I have going on here too. I was gifted like damn near all the Lama Duquette books. And I'm grateful for that. It's just now I have a lot of reading to do, but Milo Duquette's writing is very consumable and very humorous and intelligent and thoughtful. So, I appreciate it. So yeah, I basically like have this whole thing here of oh, and I did get this book too. Oh my god, I got so much stuff. I can't even, like, I don't even know how to handle getting gifted this many things. I really don't. I feel so overwhelmed that I'm like, I am going to read every single book because it was gifted to me, and that is my duty as the receiver of the gift to enjoy all these gifts. I'm also taking the Living Tarot course by Susan Chang. She's now offering it's a self study course that she has for tarot, and I found it to be very I think it's well compiled. It's compiled in a good way. It's true to her style and her thought form. So if you can appreciate her in the podcast, I think you can take a lot away from her course. It's interactive. It's thought provoking without being overwhelming. So I think that that's really great. So it's consumable. But I've really been enjoying working on that class. So I jumped in the beta version, and yeah, so far so good. So I've been doing that too, as well. So I've had a lot going on besides on top of that, real life and all that kind of stuff. Working on fixing up the website, getting the shop part of my website kind of together now, just to offer you guys a few different kind of things. So that is in the works, like right now. I kind of reworked the branding a little bit, just a little bit. So things are coming together. It's all culminating, and so I appreciate that. And that's not for the lack of support from you guys. So again, I just want to thank you for your time, your energy, your love, and I will be back with more videos. As things are settling down. We're in autumn. Happy Samhain for those of you guys who celebrate Samhain. Happy Halloween for those that celebrated Halloween. I'm a day late, but better late than never. And what else? And I think that's it. So I'm gonna leave you guys right here for this video, and I'll have more videos coming up for you soon. So much love, many blessings, peace.